All right, hanging band incline press. So we've got these weights that are hanging off the bands there that are going to bounce all over the place. That's on purpose. Go ahead and grab the bar, make sure your hands are even. From here, just straight up and down. Go ahead and give me 10 reps here. After 10 reps of the hanging band incline press, go ahead and move on to your next exercise, which is alternating bench press on the TerraCore. Go ahead and have a seat on the TerraCore and then grab your dumbbells. I would really advise that you grab the dumbbells before you lay down. It's much harder to get them once you actually lay down. Go ahead and lay back. From here, we're going to alternate back and forth. 10 per arm, 20 total. Alright, after 10 per arm of the alternating bench press on the TerraCore, go ahead and move on to your next exercise, which is tank throws. So we're going to do some tank throws here. The way this works is it's essentially just a really explosive chest press. What you're going to do is just step into it and chuck it down. Hopefully it'll take you about 8 to 10 throws to get down. Once you come back, the resistance is going to be shut off, so it should just be one very explosive push on the way back. And then, like I said, on the way back, just one push. After the tank throws, go ahead and move on to your next exercise, which is cable high curls. 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. Elbows high, palms up. Curl into the side of your head. Go ahead and give me 10 of these. Be careful not to lean back. The cable won't hold you up. After 10 of the cable high curls, go ahead and move on to your next exercise, which is A-box lateral curls. So you're going to grab the handle with one hand and you are going to curl across the body. Big thing here is make sure it stays a curling motion. It doesn't turn into this kind of thing. This is not what we're doing. We're curling right through here. Elbow stays locked onto the body. Whenever you use the K-box, remember the harder you pull, the harder it gets. So when you're ready, go ahead and give me 10 on one arm, 10 on the other. Pull as hard as you can. After 10 on one side, switch sides, 10 on the other. After 10 per arm of the lateral K-box curls, go ahead and move on to your next exercise, which is PowerTech kneeling lat pull downs. Go ahead and grab the handle, drop down on one knee. From here, just pull your hand straight down towards your shoulders. Go ahead and give me 10 reps on one arm, 10 on the other. After 10 on one arm, go ahead and switch sides, 10 on the other. After 10 per arm on the PowerTech single arm lat pull downs, go ahead and move on to your next exercise, which is straight arm pull downs with the K pulley. Anytime you use the pulley, make sure you get the wheel moving before you get started. The trick with this is the right range of motion. So if you're too far back, it's not going to work. If you're too far forward, it's not going to work. Main thing with the strap here is you try and make sure it's going in a straight line. It's not doing this weird little loop while your resistance disappears from that. So what you're going to do, find the position where with straight arms, the thing's going to stop right when it gets to your hips. When you figure that spot out, you're going to way down, stay down from there. Go ahead and pull as hard as you can, 10 times. After 10 reps of the K pulley straight arm pull downs, go ahead and move on to your next exercise, which is dumbbell rows. You're going to go ahead and kneel on the bench, whatever hand you're pulling with. Make sure that same foot is on the ground. Range of motion is going to be looking like this. If you have the wrong leg, you can't do it. It just puts a lot of extra torque in the lower back. So let's make sure we're not doing that. What we're going to do here, just nice controlled range of motion, up and down, 10 on one arm, 10 on the other. After 10 on one side, switch sides, 10 on the other. After 10 per arm with dumbbell rows, go ahead and move on to your next exercise, which is inverted rows. So you're going to make sure you're on the wall side of the bar, so when you lean back, you're pulling the bar into the rack. You're not off on the other side, leaning back, pulling the bar off onto you. As you do this here, I don't care if you do an overhand grip, I don't care if you do an underhand grip, whatever's comfortable for you. What you're going to do, you're going to grab on, lean back, pull yourself up. The farther you walk forward, the harder the exercise is going to be for you. So find the spot that feels good for you, lean back, pull yourself up. We're going to go ahead and do 10 of these. After 10 reps of the inverted rows, move on to the next exercise, which is resistance band leg press. So there's a band on here. Just be ready because the band makes it way harder than just the weights. Remember, with this leg press, the farther down the bench you are, the harder it gets. The closer to the board you are, the harder it gets. Feet in a comfortable position. Just extend out. We don't need to go into the full lock, but range of motion approximately like so. You're going to go ahead and give me 20 reps here. After 20 reps of the resistance band leg press, go ahead and move on to the next exercise, which is Bulgarian split squats. Go ahead and put one foot up on the bench. That toe is basically just on the bench, so it's supporting your foot. It's not way back here like this. All you're going to do from here, keep your body as upright as possible. We're not leaning way forward here. Drop as straight up and down as you can. You can use these for support, but it's not an upper body exercise here. 10 on one leg, 10 on the other. After 10 on one leg, go ahead and switch sides, 10 on the other. After 10 per leg of the Bulgarian split squats, go ahead and move on to your next exercise, which is resistance band knee extensions. So you're going to take the band, step into it with one leg, put it directly behind your knee. What you're going to do here, take the opposite foot, put it behind you. This leg is doing nothing, so it's not doing anything here. It's just back there out of the way. This knee, you go from knee bent to knee straight. This is the entire motion. The farther you scoot back, the harder it gets. Go ahead and give me 20. After 20 on one leg, switch sides, 20 on the other. After 20 per leg of the knee extensions, go ahead and move on to your next exercise, which is mini squats here. What we're going to do, sit down as far as you can comfortably. From here, you're going to come up about this far. It's just going to be a short little pulse. You're going to go ahead and do 20 of these. Nice quick little pulse, 20 times. After 20 of the mini squats, go ahead and move on to your next exercise, which is straight leg deadlifts on the slant board. Go ahead and grab your mobility stick. I want you facing up the slant board, not down the slant board for this one. If you can't do it on the slant board, if your balance is all wobbly and you don't feel comfortable, just go ahead and do it flat-footed. What you're going to do is stand up here. It's going to add a lot of stretch to the hamstrings. Keep your legs as straight as you can. Lean all the way forward. Slight pause. Come back up 10 times. After 10 reps of the slant board straight leg deadlifts, go ahead and move on to your next exercise, which is resistance band spring jumps. You're going to go ahead and grab this blue band here. The idea is this is going to make you jump higher than you normally would. The higher up you hold this, the more spring it's going to give you. You don't want to lean back on it. You want to be back a little ways, but you want it to pull you vertically, not leaning back on it like you would a TRX. So the first couple reps, just get a hang of it, get a feel for it. Once you're comfortable, go ahead and try and jump as high as you can. If you're comfortable with that, 10 times. After 10 of the spring jumps, go ahead and move on to your next exercise, which is TerraCore speed step up. So in this, you're going to have one foot up on the TerraCore. The other foot is never actually going to come all the way up, and it's never going to actually come all the way down. It's just a quick little knee bend, slight toe tap. You're going to do 20 on one leg, 20 on the other. After 20 on one side, switch sides, 20 on the other. After 20 per leg with the TerraCore speed step ups, go ahead and move on to your next exercise, which is glute march. So you're going to go ahead and lay down on the bench like you're going to do a pullover. So head and shoulder blades on the bench. You want to make sure your head's not hanging off the edge of the bench here. What you're going to do, you want to keep your butt up as high as you can. Don't let it sag here. From here, what you're going to go ahead and do, take one knee, drag it back as far as you can, slight pause, put it down, 10 per side, 20 total. You can alternate or go straight through. I don't care. All right, after 10 per leg of the glute march, go ahead and move on to your next exercise, which is resistance band donkey kicks. The yellow one's the heavier one, the orange is the lighter one. All you're gonna do is put the middle of your foot in the band, lean forward slightly. From here, you're gonna go knee bent, push it as far back as you can, bring it back in, 10 on one leg, 10 on the other. After 10 on one leg, switch sides, 10 on the other. After 10 per leg of the resistance band donkey kicks, go ahead and move on to your next exercise, which is landmine twist. You're going to go ahead and grab the bar, start with your arms straight out in front of you, keep your arms as straight as you can. What you're going to do is you're going to turn your hands hip to hip. Again, arms as straight as you can. A little bend is fine, but I don't want you doing this kind of thing. We're going to do 5 to 10 per side, 10 to 20 total, whatever works for you. After your landmine twist, we'll move on to your next exercise, which is ab lights here. So what we're going to do once we get going here, we're going to start in a push-up position. From that push-up position, you're going to go ahead and hit the yellow light. Don't care how you need to get it, just get the yellow light. This is going to go for 30 seconds. When we first get started here, the lights are going to be off. So what you're going to do, just hit any random light to get started, and then you'll hit the yellow for 30 seconds. After you finish up with the lights, go ahead and move on to your next exercise, which is dumbbell leg lifts. You're going to go ahead and hold the dumbbells up over your chest. From here, legs straight. Pull the legs up to the ceiling. Put them back down. Go ahead and give me 10 of those. If it bothers your lower back, you can go ahead and bend your knees into your chest instead. Either way, give me 10 reps. 10 of the dumbbell leg lifts, go ahead and move on to your next exercise, which is